So if you're watching this, then you're probably wondering about that title. Because if you've heard any one thing about Dark Souls, it's that it's crushingly difficult. But the Souls games are more than just difficulty. I'm willing to bet that Dark Souls 2 will be an experience that will stick with you through all your years of gaming. And I believe that anyone can have this experience, no matter how skilled you are. So let's talk about that. In terms of story and plot, Dark Souls 2 is a sequel. But it's a sequel set so far into the future that the events of the past in Dark Souls 1 are a distant memory. No one in the game world remembers the legends of Dark Souls 1, and you aren't expected to either. So dive right into this game, and don't feel like you need to play the Souls series in any specific order. What made the Souls games famous was the gameplay, and Dark Souls 2 is one of those few titles where you could remove all the cutscenes, story, and good graphics, and you would still have a great game. At the core of the gameplay is the combat. Combat in Dark Souls 2 is simple, but has this insane depth. The best word I can use to describe it is reactionary. Learn how your enemies attack and learn how to counter them depending on your unique playstyle. The series is so well known for being difficult, but really I just think it treats the player with respect. The gameplay is more difficult than most simply because the games don't hold your hand. The Souls games expect you to think about where to go and how to play, rather than telling you. So when you defeat a boss or correctly navigate the world, when you achieve anything, that was all you. From what I've played, Dark Souls 2 is just as hard as its predecessor, but this time it makes a better attempt at bringing new players into the game. And I think everyone should play a game like this, a game that's defining a new era in game design, where games that challenge the player can still do well financially. A game that brings people together through hardship and an experience that you'll be talking about for years to come. So I hope I've done a good job convincing new players to pick up the game, and I hope my subscribers enjoyed seeing this footage of me playing Dark Souls 2. I can't believe I die here. How did he clip me with his scythe? Anyway, let's take a second to talk about these videos because I think transparency is important. I'm also now realizing that perspective is important too, so this might have looked differently to you than it does to me. Let me just give you my perspective. This video was written by me, using my own opinions about the Souls series. I wanted it to serve as like a quick introduction to the series, and also to tell people that you can get into this series at any point. I don't think Dark Souls or Dark Souls 2 or Demon Souls deserve to be classified as difficult games, and I think everyone should give them a go. I'm sure you guys feel the same way, and that's the angle I took with this video. I want to see these games succeed because, and this may come as a bit of a surprise to you, but I'm actually kind of a fan of the Souls series. It's crazy, right? I know. Secondly, this video was made for me, and it was made for you guys. It fits my vision for the channel. I want to see Dark Souls 2 sell, I have Dark Souls 2 footage on my hard drive, and I want to let you guys see more. And this was a way to please everybody. Most importantly though, I was able to show you guys Dark Souls 2 footage and make a good video because GameStop were the company who wanted some content for their channel. And hey, if any company wants to bring new content into existence without imposing any restrictions on me, then alright, that's a principle I'm going to support. And sure, these videos were made for GameStop, but they were also made for me, for my vision for the channel, and for the Souls series as a whole, and I think that's good enough reason, and that's why I decided to make them. And how these came about is also something we should talk about, because I know that process is lost on some people. But Namco said basically, oh hey, we'd love for you to create some videos for GameStop's new community video vault. And I said, sure, I have some videos that I'd love to make with Dark Souls 2 footage. And it's as simple as that, really, and I hope we all understand that. I pitched the concepts for these videos to Namco, and they liked them. I'm really happy for this opportunity, because everybody wins. You get to see more of Dark Souls 2, I get to make one of my videos with Dark Souls 2 footage, and Namco might sell more copies of the game I love, and GameStop gets a version of the video for their website because they wanted people to create content. So that was my thinking when I accepted this project, and I don't think that thinking has changed. After making these videos, I kind of realized though, oh wait, everyone's gonna see this differently, and that's fair enough. People can say I'm selling out or being overly positive about the game in order to sell copies, but that's not true. I wasn't paid for this content, and quite frankly I wouldn't want to be, because A, this is content I would have made anyway, and B, I have a subscriber base that believes I'm truly excited about Dark Souls 2, and I'm not going to compromise that. I've played a fair bit of Dark Souls 2, and I think it's going to be great. I'm speaking from experience with the game when I say that, and when you guys get your hands on the game, I'm really confident that you guys will think it too. I've always been positive about the Souls series, and with Dark Souls 2 there simply hasn't been a reason for me to make a video being negative yet. Like, there isn't enough negative information for me to warrant making an entire video. Anyway, that's enough of me explaining myself. I know most of you already came to these conclusions. But please keep giving me constructive feedback on this and everything else I do, whether it's positive or negative, so I can figure out what's right or wrong on YouTube. Back when I started making videos, I got a lot more constructive criticism, and you guys helped me shape my videos into what you see today. Now that I'm a bigger channel, people think that I can do no wrong, and I think that mentality is what causes some communities to lash out. If you see me doing something you think is wrong, think about the issue and express it rationally, and I'll be open to the concept of it being wrong. And I'm perfectly fine with being proven wrong, because what you guys think is really important to me. You're the guys that are watching, after all, but at the end of the day I'm still going to do what I think is right. On a lighter note, let me know in the comments what you thought of the footage. This was actually me playing in the video. I don't want to sound up myself or anything, but was it nice watching a fairly experienced player? Most of the official gameplay releases we get, they aren't that great. It almost seems like they die on purpose in these clips that we get officially released in order to keep it short, whereas my clips were of me actually trying to stay alive. Especially that last bit with the dogs. And I said it before, but I can't believe I died to that scythe. Oh, and also, that gold pine resin effect. It's amazing. Let me know what else you might want to see next week in terms of Dark Souls 2 footage, whether it's pyromancy, weapon classes, areas. I have the opportunity here to show you guys some exclusive footage that I have on my hard drive. So let me know if there's something I can do for you to tide you over until release, which is in a few weeks, so I hope you're all excited. Thanks as usual for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Dark Souls 2 is in its final stages of development, with less than a month until release. I got the chance to play hours of the full build at the Namco Bandai office, and the game isn't just good, it's incredible. I know I'm biased, but I know what I want to see in a sequel.